Good day, champions! Welcome to another day of learning. I am Sir Alex, leading you to become champions of learning. Today's lesson is all about the importance of quantitative research across different fields. This is lesson 2 of quarter 1, module 1. Let us have a rundown of our objectives for this particular lesson. At the end of this lesson, you will be able to identify the importance of quantitative research across different fields of areas of interest. Number 2, determine the different research areas. And number 3, decide on suitable quantitative research in different areas of interest. The question now is, what is the importance of quantitative research across fields? Quantitative research across fields can affect people's lives, ways of doing things, rules and regulations, as well as policies among others. It has been found useful in most areas, particularly in communication, education, psychology, behavioral sciences, and many more. Let us have quantitative research and communication. In this particular field, researchers are often interested in how an understanding of a particular communication phenomenon might generalize to a larger population. Here are possible topics that you can delve into that are related with communication. Number 1, how safe are you on social media? 2, how social media has connected and disconnected people at the same time. Number 3, factors such as gender affecting interpersonal communication. Number 4, the attitude of viewers and listeners toward mass media. Let us now move on to quantitative research in psychology. Burton 2005 says that the dominant paradigms that guided early psychological research were positivism and its successor, post-positivism. Positivism is based on rationalistic, empiricist philosophy that originated with Aristotle, Francis Bacon, John Locke, Auguste Comte, and Immanuel Kant. The underlying assumptions of positivism include the belief that the social world can be studied in the same way as the natural world, that there is a method for studying the social world that is value-free, and that explanations of a causal nature can be provided. Here are some examples of possible topics under psychology. For example, how have social issues affected the way we view gender roles in the workplace? 2. How do violent cartoons impact children's psychological development? 3. Are bad marriages always the root cause of affairs? Number 4. How does adoption affect a child's development under the age of 12? And number 5. How do parenting styles affect young adults' behavior? The third field that we shall explore is the field of behavioral sciences, or quantitative research and behavioral sciences. The output of this research focuses on how behavior relates with other people and also the individual differences that may affect human relations. Here are some examples: advertising and consumer buying behavior, or it can also be about rewards and punishment. Meanwhile, let's move on to anthropology, or quantitative research and anthropology. Many discoveries in this field, like human behavior in society, racial conflicts, and human evolution, have given enormous contributions to the improvement of human life. Let's have more examples. You can delve into smoking and its effects on the physical appearance of humans over decades of indulgence. Or number 2, gay marriage, exploring the biological aspects of same-sex weddings in North America, where it can be about religion, as in religious practices in a particular society. In the field of sports medicine, quantitative research is used to analyze how sports may be used as an alternative way of medicating an illness. Take a look at these possible topics. Number 1, why are sports an effective way of relieving stress? 2, how is intelligence related to being athletic? Number 3, can sports achievements help learners improve academic grades? Or number 4, Why do some individuals prefer watching sport instead of engaging in it? In the field of medical education, quantitative research tends to be predominantly observational research based on surveys or correlational studies. Here are some examples of quantitative research in medical education. You can delve into practical guidelines for antenatal disease, frequent exercise for improving mental health, causes and growth of Parkinson's disease, checklist for the delivery room activities, or what are the universal ethics in geriatrics. In the field of education, quantitative research, particularly quasi-experiments, are most often used in evaluating social problems. This design contains many of the elements of a true experiment, but the participants are not assigned randomly to the treatment and control groups. Here are some examples of possible topics for education or quantitative research in education. Education and modern technologies, their positive and negative impact. Number 2, educational discrimination and its impact on the future of the pupils. Or number 3, dress code and school rules. Are some of them outdated? Let's now move on to quantitative research in science and technology, engineering, and mathematics. Researchers in these fields ultimately aim for man's longevity and conduct researches to obtain significant information about disease trends and risk factors, results of various health interventions, patterns of care, and healthcare costs and use. The different approaches to research provide complementary insights. As for engineers, architects, and other builders, research helps in improving designs that are creatively beautiful and at the same time give more convenience and efficiency as they utilize modern technology to adapt to the ever-changing society. Here are some examples of quantitative research in the field of science and technology, engineering, and mathematics. Ophthalmological practices in COVID times. How have robotics impacted the way new technologies are being used in the medical settings? What steps are being taken to improve water quality in areas hit the hardest with the coronavirus? Or computer databases to determine the cost of technology used in the physical and mental treatment of patients. Let us move on to the quantitative research in the field of accounting, business, and management, or ABM. The primary function of research in ABM is to correctly determine its customers and their preferences, establish the enterprise in the most feasible location, deliver quality goods and services, analyze what the competitors are doing, and find ways on how to continuously satisfy the growing and varied needs of the clients. Here are some examples. Number 1, surviving international competition. A critical analysis of the strategic measures employed by local companies. Number 2, international investment. The importance of educating the public on the benefits of international investment. Number 3, business at sea. The importance of instituting and implementing environmentally friendly approaches. Number 4, human resources. Effective strategies for maintaining largely diversified organizations. Number 5, branding. Effective strategies to provide a competitive advantage for international businesses. There you have it, my dear students. Those are the importance of quantitative research across different fields. This is Sir Alex leading you to become champions of learning.